All right, I've been promising everybody in the shorts that I've been posting that I would share my controversial story, and here it is. Uh, a doctor here at this rehab hospital, I was convinced, was trying to force pain medication on me. They give you showers here twice a week, and for right now, since I can't really stand real well yet, uh, I've been just getting kind of wiped down in bed. They call it a bed bath, and I've been getting wiped down with a washcloth in bed. And so the nurse gets everything set up to do that, and she goes. She had given me this done the same thing before, so I don't know why this was an issue. But she looks at my legs and she goes, "Does the nurse need to unwrap your legs?" And I said, "No, they've just been leaving them wrapped and just washing the giving washing the rest of me." And I do have people come in once a week and a couple of times a week here at the hospital. They unwrap my legs and clean them and put stuff on them to treat them. So my legs are getting taken care of. But I said no. The nurse, I said no. They don't normally unwrap them. They just leave them wrapped and wash everything else in the bed. So she leaves the room for a second. She comes back and she goes, "Oh, the doctor said that they have pain medication that'll help you get in the shower." And I said, "Well, who said I was in pain? I'm not in any pain, and my legs don't hurt, as swollen up as they are, and they don't hurt. Uh, I'm not in any pain." And I said, "Well, who said anything about me being in pain? I'm not in any pain. I don't need any pain medication. And I don't want any pain medication." And she goes, "Well, they like everybody to get up and get in the shower, if possible at all." And I said, "Well, when I feel more confident about transferring into a shower chair, I'll do that for right now. Just wipe me down in bed, and that's good enough. You don't get that dirty just sitting around in the hospital." So I said, "Well, what doctor suggested that I take pain medication?" And she told me the doctor's name, and I knew who he was because I'd seen him around. He happens to walk by my room later that day, and I said, "Hey, come here." And so he comes in, and I said, "Were you the doctor that suggested that I take pain medication to get in the shower earlier?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, who said anything about me being in pain? I'm not in pain. I don't need any pain medication, and I don't want any pain medication." And I said, "It was wrong of you to suggest, that when you don't know me, I could be, have a problem with that kind of thing or anything." I said, "You don't know me, and you shouldn't have suggested pain medication, without even talking to me." And he goes, "Well, the nurse came to me and said that you were in pain, that your bottom was in pain." And I said, "I never told her that." And he goes, "What I told her was to check your chart and see if you were prescribed any pain medication." And I said, "That's not what she told me. She said the doctor says we have pain medication that'll get you in the shower." And he goes, "No." He goes, "We don't just randomly hand out pain medication." And I was like, "Well, I hope the hell not." And so he goes, "We don't just hand out pain medication like that, if it's not needed." And he goes, he goes, "I'm sorry that you had that misunderstanding, and I will be talking to the nurse about that." So I don't know. I've had the same nurse every day, and she's maintained the same, just, cheerful disposition with me that she always has. She's a nice lady. And I feel bad kind of for saying something because I wasn't initially mad at her. I was mad at the doctor for suggesting that I take pain medication. And I was pretty hot about it. I've calmed down now because it's been a few days, but I was pretty mad. If I'd made this video like the day that it happened, you would have seen how mad I was that they would suggest pain medication and try, in my eyes, try to push that on me when I didn't need it. And so it was kind of a misunderstanding, but I took it, that doctor was trying to push pain medication on me. And the odd thing I thought about it was that he didn't, when I called him in and I said, "Are you the doctor that suggested I take pain medication?" He goes, he didn't say anything like, "Well, I didn't suggest that you take pain medication. This is what happened." He just goes, I said, "Are you the one that suggested the pain meds?" And he said, "Yeah." So I don't know exactly what was going on there. Maybe the doctor was trying to push it off on the nurse, and The nurse was trying to push it off on the doctor for a mistake that was made on both parts. But anyway, I was pretty upset about it, and just wanted to share that with everybody. Uh, so leave your comments down below and let me know what you think. If any of you've ever been through anything like that, and in the hospital, and so it was kind of a misunderstanding, and I never did get any pain meds, and that doctor's been, I don't really see a doctor because I'm not. The only thing that's wrong with me is my legs, and I have a team of people that are taking care of my legs, but I don't see a doctor. There's nothing else wrong with me as far as, diabetes or anything else, thank God. So I'm not on any medication at all. Definitely not pain meds. So, like I said, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think of that situation. And stay tuned for more videos. I do have the ability to to use some of the food delivery services. I have one that I use all the time, and they do let me have things delivered here because I'm not even on any special diet. I've always just eaten the food that they have here. I'm not on any special diet, but I may try to get some things delivered and review them. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they would frown on me doing that. I definitely couldn't do it very often because they do like you to eat the food that's here for the nutritional value of it. So if I start, getting fast food a couple times a week, they might frown on that. But I'm not really on any special diet, and they do let me get like snacks delivered and stuff, and I'm at my own discretion to eat all that stuff. I mean, I get like box of Hostess every week, and I'll have, after dinner, I'll have a dessert with dinner, but I do have like maybe when I'm watching TV at night before I fall asleep, I'll have like a Hostess cupcake or something like that. But they don't have any problem with that. And I do, they actually, it's kind of weird, they don't furnish pop here or soda, as people call it, some people call it. Here in the rehab facility, they have a machine where you have to buy it. But being that I can, have a food delivery service deliver it, they'll deliver other things too. Anything that pretty much any store you want to go to, they can go to and deliver things for you. So there's all kinds of things on there, and I've been getting pop by the 12 pack, and I actually have a case of pop in my little closet right now, along with some Hostess and some wrist bits and all kinds of snacks. So they're not, with me anyway, they're not strict. A lot of people have a certain diet, and they warned me when they saw me getting the snacks for the first time not to give them to anybody because there's a lot of people around here that are too sick for anything like that. But I'm not on any restricted diet or anything. So I may occasionally, if something really good comes up, I may be able to get it delivered and review it, but not very often in the situation that I'm in right now. Hopefully, I'll be back home soon and back to the regular reviews. So, yeah, so look forward to that. And I appreciate everyone watching, like I said, and I think that's time to end it. And I will talk to everyone later. And I appreciate all the kind comments that everybody's been leaving in the shorts. Leave your comments down below what you think about my controversial story. If I maybe should have not been mad about it. I said I was going to talk to a friend about it before I posted anything about this, and they were kind of like, maybe not make such a big deal about it. So I don't know. I just decided to post it on here. So it is what it is. Leave your comments down below, and appreciate each and every view I get. Appreciate everyone watching, and I will talk to you guys next time.